Gently coming out now. Into table. Pushing back to down dog. Bending the knees if you need. Maybe starting out with the knees bent, seeing how tight the hamstrings are. And breathing here for a moment. Letting the head hang long, pedaling the feet if you wish. And then coming back to table. Inhaling, taking that right knee forward. Letting the hips drop gently to the mat. We're going to breathe into our hips now. Inhaling, looking for space in the hips. Exhaling any tension that's stored there. Now inhaling, right hands up. Gaze is beyond the fingertips if that's available. And switch hands. Right hand to the instep, inhaling, left hand lifts. And release. Take both hands now towards the mat. And if that's not available, if you have any hip issues, challenges today, you could just stay right over here, over the hip, staying straight on. Otherwise, coming down to your capacity, breathing into the space in the hip, inhaling, exhaling. Long, slow, even breaths. Gently coming up now. Taking that leg back into table. Let's do the other side. Inhaling, left legs forward. Gently pressing the hips to the mat. Inhaling here. Looking for space in the hips. Exhaling. Any tension. Throughout this entire series here, there's a little hip opener. So here we go, taking the right hand to the instep, inhaling, twisting to the left. Breathing into the hips. And switching hands. Left hand to the instep, inhaling, twisting to the right. Inhaling, looking for space in the hips. Exhaling, any tension. And release. Now taking the hands, forearms to the mat, to your capacity. So you may be up here with both hands in the instep. You may start to move down towards the mat. And you may need to just come back over here so you're straight on over your leg. with the hands on either side as an option as well. Hi, Lanier. Coming back into table now. And pushing back to down dog. Coming down, hovering with the knees if that's available, or you can come back to table. Otherwise, hovering on the knees. And release. Coming straight down onto the belly, on the mat. So we're going to do our cobra where we lift with our lower back. So we're not putting any pressure here on the hands. So forehead's on the mat, inhaling into cobra. Little mini cobra, relaxing the glutes, using that back. Exhaling foreheads to the mat. Inhaling, lifting up into cobra again. Maybe a little higher this time. Still releasing the glutes.
Our back feet are off the floor.
And release. Troy, yeah, you're asking if your hands should be on the floor?
No, your back feet, they come off the floor.
It might be me and my volume here. One sec.
When we're like this, do our back feet also come off the floor?
Oh, your back feet, no. Yeah, it's my volume. No, your back feet are on the mat.
Okay.
And coming down. Oh, you're down. You're all down, right? Okay, now we're going to do Sphinx. So taking the forearms, we're going to take the forearms to the mat. And we're going to have the shoulders stacked under, over the elbow. So elbows and shoulders stacked. Hanging out here. Now I can engage the glutes a little. Gaze is 6 inches in front. And now we're pushing the tops of the feet into the mat just slightly. And now coming up to our capacity, wherever that might be this morning, and inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose. Our practice today is a great practice. Anytime we may have a stressful day ahead, lots going on. Today it's the election, and there's so many other days, there's a lot going on. So simply breathing deeply in every pose. Coming down now, cheeks to the mat. We're going to take our arms beside our body. And a little belly shavasana here. Letting the body relax completely. Taking the shoulders towards the mat. Breathing in through the nose to the space just below the tailbone. And exhale through the nose. Working on our root chakra. Giving ourselves a feeling of security and groundedness. Let's switch cheeks. Head on the other side. Checking in with the shoulders, maybe dropping them closer to the mat. And continuing with our root chakra breathing. All right, now we're going to take our palms under our shoulders, foreheads on the mat, and lifting up, taking our hands off the mat this time. Inhaling into cobra, squeezing the elbows together now, opening the chest, correcting our rounded shoulders and constricted chest from all the hunching. Exhaling, foreheads to the mat, taking a breath. Inhaling up into cobra to your capacity now. Using that lower back, taking very little weight. There's a little weight on my hands, not a lot. And release, cheeks to the mat. Pushing back to child's pose now. Taking the knees together and those hands by the side of the body, arms by the side of the body, foreheads to the mat. So here, if your forehead won't touch the mat, then you can always use your pillow here, your block. And again, letting those shoulders drop. Continuing with the root chakra breathing, we're inhaling through the nose to the space just below the tailbone. Exhaling through the nose. Taking our hands now in front of us, we're going to do, we can take our legs a little apart now. More in wide leg child's pose again. And now we're going to take our hands, if we can, taking our hands behind our head in prayer. I'm just checking. Hi, Sabine.
Okay, now I can see you.
You're looking at me. So maybe simply the fingertips touch, that's okay. Releasing now and coming up into table. Inhaling into cow, exhaling into cat. At your own pace. Adding any movements you want here for yourself this morning. Maybe rocking the hips side to side. Maybe rotating the body. Whatever you do, do it on the other side too.
We can see your tricep muscles, coach.
Oh, really? Nice, that's from showing up on my mat every day. Coming to flat back table now. We're gonna move into puppy pose to open our chest. So that's the one where we have our hips over our knees. And then taking those hands straight out in front of you and dropping the chest. So you get you might feel that, everybody's different, and you may feel that straight through here as well as your chest. If you need a block for your forehead, that works too. Your pillows, books. Continuing to breathe here. Inhaling here. Looking for space in your chest now. Looking for space in your shoulders. Exhaling. Any tension out. Dropping that chest maybe a little closer to the mat now, if it's available to you. And gently making your way back to table. Inhaling, right legs forward, low lunge. Taking a moment to set up and then inhaling, reaching the fingertips up. Low crescent lunge. Cactusing the arms, opening the chest now. And I like what Sabine's doing there. So I'm just going to show you. She's got her fingertips together. So this is another option and another chest opener. So do what feels good for you this morning and adjust to what feels good for you. And releasing, dropping the hips back, melting the chest over the outstretched leg. Releasing that leg into table now. Then we'll do the other side. Inhaling, left leg forward. Anchoring through the core, inhaling, sweeping the fingertips up. Reaching the fingertips to the ceiling. And then taking the hands behind the back, opening the chest, interlacing the fingers. So the fingers are interlaced like this, or you have fists, depending on what your body is like. Lifting the chest up to the ceiling. Inhaling here, looking for space in the chest. Exhaling. Any tension out. One more breath, inhaling into the space in the chest, exhaling any tension out. Coming into table a moment, and then pushing back to down dog. Hovering now with the knees, gently. And then coming down to sit on the knees. We're going to breathe 3 times and exhale on the side once again. So inhaling, filling the belly up with air. Exhale, side. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. Nice. Coming forward on the belly now. We're going to do shoulder pigeon. Airplane the right arm out. Left hand under the shoulder, left shoulder, and rolling over with that left leg. Inhaling here, looking for space in the shoulder. Exhaling. Any tension out. Coming back to center and switching sides. Right palm under the shoulder, left hand airplaned out. Right leg comes over the left. Guiding the breath to release any tension. Inhaling, looking for space in the shoulder. Exhaling, any tension out. Good, now rolling back to center and pushing back to down dog. Taking a few steps to the middle of the mat and coming into a cross-leg position. I'll just turn towards you. Taking the right palm to the mat, inhaling over with the left, opening the chest towards the ceiling. Both sits bones are on the mat and they're coming back down to your capacity. Inhaling back to center, pausing a moment, and we'll do the other side. Inhaling over with the right. Chest is opening to the ceiling. Coming down now to your capacity, both sits bones on the mat. Linear, your whatever you're wearing and your drapes match. You have like a little picture frame. Coming down to your capacity and release. We're going to inhale one side now, exhaling another. So Right palm on the mat, inhaling over with the left. Exhaling over the other side. Following your own breath. Last one. And release. Taking the hands to the shoulders, inhaling right, exhaling left. So inhale, exhale. Crown of the head lifting to the ceiling, so sitting up tall at your own pace. Being careful if you have back pain. Checking in with the body. Couple more. And release. We're going to take those 3 big inhalations and exhalations again. Inhaling. Exhale, sigh. Again, inhale. Exhale, sigh. Last one, inhale. Exhale, sigh. Walking the fingertips now away from the body and letting the head hang long. Walking the fingertips back. Taking the hands behind the body and opening the chest. And if you want, you can come up on the knees and drop the head back. So that's the full range of motion, starting with the hands behind the back, lifting the chest. Coming further if you wish. Checking in with yourself today. Inhaling here, looking for space in the chest. Exhaling any tension or emotion that's stored there. Any anxiety. And release. I'm going to come to a laying position on the mat now. Taking that right leg over, the right ankle over the left thigh. We're doing reverse pigeon, so taking the hands through the back of the thigh, or maybe the shin. Breathing here into the hip. Releasing the pose now. Resetting, taking both legs to the mat. And when you're ready, switching sides, so left ankle over the right thigh, threading the hands through. maybe on the shin. Gently release the pose now. Taking both feet to the mat, both legs to the mat, resetting. And now walking the feet towards the fingertips. Resting here with the feet flat on the mat. Breathing here, in through the nose, and out through the nose. So we're going to do a little exercise here, focusing on our feet, which we can do any time of day when we feel our stress level rising.
What's it called?
It's mindfulness. I'll make up a name and I'll give you a name. Troy. So any time of day, you might be standing, you might be sitting at your desk. You could be laying down. Doesn't matter. Taking a moment here to focus on your feet. How do they feel? Are they warm? Are they cold? Are they tingly? Are they moist or dry? Wiggle your toes. Feel the soles of your feet. Feel your heels connecting with your mat or the ground beneath you. And when you have shoes on, with your shoes, feeling the soles of your feet, feeling the heels connecting with the ground. And breathe here. In through the nose, out through the nose. Or perhaps working on your root chakra to further ground yourself. Inhaling through the nose now. Through the space just below the tailbone. Exhaling through the mouth now. Inhaling through the nose. Through the space just below the tailbone. Exhaling through the mouth. Couple more breaths on your own. Wonderful. Now taking Shavasana in whatever comfortable position for you this morning. Perhaps continuing your root chakra breath. And if you're going to do so, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. Inhaling through the nose to the space just below the tailbone, the root chakra. Exhaling through the mouth.